as in dissecting, we have to also look at different sides. And that's what the show, Your View, is about. And it's important that we are able to ensure that different parts of this conversation is highlighted. We'd like to take a few comments on social media. There was one that caught my attention. It says, Mariah, I am writing today with a heavy heart about the doctor that lost her life in the elevator accident 2 days ago. May God rest her soul. A colleague of mine worked in that same hospital for a few years back. She experienced a similar situation, stuck in the elevator for an hour. She wrote the CMD, who went ahead to frustrate her, saying that she was inciting others to strike. The decline in Nigeria's healthcare system is why doctors will continue to leave the country, blame the government, not the victims. I'm a doctor currently living in the US. I trained abroad and came back home 2015 because I genuinely wanted to live at home. I reversed that decision in no time. I worked for a whole year without getting paid under terrible conditions in Oyo State. My call room was in my car. Yeah.
I had a keg of water to wash my hands, bought my own gloves, and many more inconveniences I don't want to remember. I went ahead to serve in Osun. After another nightmare, he has gone back.
No, do you understand what this person is saying? Let us assimilate, because before we blame ourselves, that is why I keep on saying, if the top does not change, look, see, if your head is not correct, your leg can never be correct.
Even your neck can be correct. Yes.
You will be working in balance.
So I feel that one of the things that our governor in Lagos State, and this is a governor that many of us believe in, and we supported and we're still supporting, the line of action. Because like I said, change happens when life happens to you and it's an opportunity. Everything is a learning opportunity. The moment this thing happened there must be consequences that are stiff immediately.
Immediately.
People must be suspended.
Or
you must call name. Like in that first, I've read the press release.
15 minutes.
I've read his Instagram post. That Instagram post should have mentioned this person is liable, this person is liable. They'll be suspended. Yeah. They are being investigated.
Immediately.
Yes.
As in, even that press release will say, I have appointed 5 people. Their names.
Come down.
No. I've appointed 5 people. You mentioned the names of those 5 people that are now investigating this thing for us. Not that we will work on it.
Yes.
Nigerians
Thank you, Sope. That is an important point we just made.
Can I say something?
Because what Nigerians want to see is that there's accountability. Yeah. So immediately somebody, first of all, should step aside.
Even aside the governor even sacking somebody, which what you should have done, the people that there should have common sense to resign. That I have failed. Under my watch, somebody has died. I'm not doing it again. It's common sense now. It's literal sense. That somebody that I'm in charge of, somebody building that I'm in charge of, somebody died there. I can't even face them. I'm sorry. Let me go. Then if they don't do that, the governor should say, okay, because you don't have the sense to do the right thing,
do it for
let me do it for you and let you go. And say, Governor, you so-and-so, by tomorrow morning, come and give me a report and you're suspended. We're investigating you. Yeah. Because it's gruesome murder. The system killed that girl. Well, she was killed. Yeah. It wasn't an accident. So making look at it, they say it's a mechanical failure. Those things are not right words to use. So they say it's because she died because of mechanical failure. The words we use in the state of grieving are so important to use. Don't use words that are very, very, that are not emotional. It's called emotional intelligence. Somebody was killed and you say it's mechanical failure? No, you're okay. It's not right.
It's not. You see, because we have
I'll take this call, Wale. I'll come back to you, Wale. Let me take this call. Hold it for a while. Good morning, Wale. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Wale. I'm calling from Ikorodu here in Lagos. Yeah. 2 things I'd like to say. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Wale.
2 things I'd like to say. Mariah, first, as a woman, when you decide to go to the market to buy fish, what part of the fish are you going to check to be able to tell whether that fish is healthy or not? Is it the egg or the tail?
It's the head.
Oh, absolutely. Now,
Mariah doesn't buy
when
that kind
you
of fish.
begin to appoint responsible people to take positions of responsibility in this country, that's when things will begin to change. I give you an instance. I live in a rented apartment. I cannot tell the number of times I've fixed the tap in my bathroom. I cannot tell the number of times I've fixed the sink in my kitchen. Every single thing in my apartment works. You know why? Because when they do not work, my family cannot work. The only thing that makes my home work is when I ensure that everything in my home works. Okay? Now, looking at the doctors that are going on strike and all of that, the question I want to ask, doctor, is that why do we have to wait until there is a disaster before we begin to demonstrate, before we begin to go on the strike? No matter how long the strike takes, we have lost a life.
Yeah.
Why can't they start going on a strike when things don't work?
Exactly.
We are sorry, our lives are in danger. We will not be
going to
able
work. Yes.
to discharge our
Exactly.
duties efficiently and effectively until this is fixed. I think that's when we begin to see the right change that we are calling for in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wali, but let me answer him so he gets it very clearly. They're going on strike. You saw the tweets. There was a protest. But because they are young house officers, they are bullied. They are not listened to. So what they say is like, people want to cover their face to the governor, to the government, and to be seen as being doing good. So they don't want any backlash from anybody. So they tell them not to talk too much. Or if you talk too much, we'll give you extension, we'll sack you. So people are not happy to come and talk out. But this one is because, one, we are involved now. You know, NAD is on strike because of welfare issues.
Yes.
You know, welfare issues.
When Mr. Wale was saying that why she should go on strike,
yes.
ASU has been on strike. They withheld salary for 8 months. What are they complaining about? Are you waiting until the lecturer dies?
So for me...
That's it now. When the lecturer dies, they will now say, why didn't people strike then? But they've been striking since over their working condition. Doctors have been complaining.
We are very sorry. Nigerians are very sorry.
Not the strike thing.
We're sorry that this has to happen. We're sorry that maybe we're not making the right noise. But the truth of the matter is that somebody must be accountable.
Yeah.
As I said, if the head of the fish is not good, you don't buy the fish. So if the head is not functional, you take the head away and put a right head to make the fish grow. It's very important now. Some people that have been placed, maybe they are square pegs in round the world, they're not fixable. Yeah. You take them out. What I've expected the government to have done today, this morning, was to say, hello, Dr. NMA chairman, come. These are the guys that have been doing these, they are gone on a suspension, and you issue a very new statement and say, the agencies in charge of this, these are the general manager, you have been suspended until further notice. Yeah. That is what people that are great should do. Yeah. And he will give the father of the lady a sense of belonging and say, okay, yes, that something is happening and it's happening now. You're not waiting till you know the words that were used by the government, it didn't sit well with anybody. Yeah. I wept, I couldn't sleep, I wept, I said, is this governance? No empathy, no compassion, no love, no hope. No, now.
Let me take this call, then I'll come to you, IK. Dauda, thanks for calling.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Mr. Dada from Bariga. I just want to make a contribution from my own personal experience. So, I'm a retired person, and I used to donate blood on a regular basis. And the condition that was attached to the blood being donated then was that if any of our relations had an issue in any of the federal government hospital or state hospital, we don't need to buy blood once we present that card. Do you know that I had a bad experience? One of my relations was sick and he needed a blood. I had to give that person my card to go and give them at the hospital. You know what they told them? They said that no, they can't accept it because this is a federal government hospital, it's not a state hospital. Ah. So that is the problem we are having in this country.
Mr. Dauda, did you report this?
I did not. Honestly speaking, I did not. But what I made up my mind that I will never donate blood again. Until then, I refused to donate blood because they used to test me each time every 3 months that I should come and donate blood, And each time they gave me that test, it will occur in my brain that, okay, I should come and donate blood. When my relation had an issue, you refuse.
It's system failure. Thank you very much, Dauda, Mr. Dauda. You're absolutely correct. And that's part of the system issue we're talking about. Yes. You know, I always talk about how, where can anyone to jump in here?
Yeah, I was going to... Nima is saying that the Ikoyi building that collapsed, nothing has been done. We just made all the noise. Till today, nothing has been done. She's saying that all the health...
Not the Ikoyi building, that's the one inside Banana Island. We still don't know who owns that building.
Exactly.
Truthfully confirmed that nobody died in that building because the video we saw showed people were working on
And
top of
nobody
the
was
building,
allowed to go
and
in.
nobody was allowed to go in to investigate. So there is something being covered up. And we will just do like, if me, I want to now do my own small construction in the side of my house, they will be putting X every day. Why?
But can I say, can I say something?
Let's be fair.
So if this happened in a private hospital, all have happened to the hospital.
So shut down.
They shut it down. They will make noise. They will arrest the medical director. Everything.
So what have they done to this one now?
Nothing.
I won't say anything again.
You know, I mean, let's take it.
They are investigating. That investigation we will not hear.
They will invest. We will hear.
We have to. Yeah, I mean, you have a call.
You have a call. I just wanted to say something. Today I was coming on the road. 5 massive trailers were coming. The road was already just 2 small lanes. Go slow. 5. The people constructing the road were just looking like this. Everybody was like, massive. No, you see, because
They blocked
we
the
don't
road?
get.
What did they do? They blocked the road?
They were coming in the opposite direction. On 2 lanes. They have their own lane, but there was traffic on their own lane, so they came on our own lane. And they will go. Nothing will happen.
So that's the issue.
That's the real
We do not.
consequences.
There are no consequences.
Let me take this call. Thanks for calling. Good morning. You're live.
Good morning, Mariah. My name is Faith, calling from Sule. Hello?
You're live. Go ahead, Faith. We can hear you.
Okay, my name is Faith, calling from Sule, and I want to make a contribution.
Yes, please.
Okay, so this year, July 17th, 2023, my friend got involved in an accident, and we rejected in so many issues and we got to last week. When we got to last week, General Hospital, it's so sad that I don't even know if doctors over there really need therapy. Like, it took us connection for them to give me a first space in the surgical department. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
It took me connection to get a bed space at surgical department. And finally, when I got a bed space, needed blood. I went to the 2 blood banks in last week. Oh, in the whole of last week, there was no O positive. There was no O positive. My friend's blood was, I think, PCV, they call it, was dropped to 8. Even friends with me were ready to donate. Last week told me, even if they donate blood won't be ready to the next day. I'm with confident. I have videos and I can back it up. So somebody from the blood bank actually gave me a phone number for me to call outside last week to get a blood. I had to go outside last week to get a blood. Finally, when the people over there told me they get this fresh blood from last week and they go to sell it outside. I can back this up with I can back it up. I will not deny it. And it's so sad. Even despite the blood, even to get an ICU, best in ICU. That time I found, it took us connection. You needed to know 1 or 2 doctors. And finally, when I got a bed space at CCU building for my friends, I saw over empty 15 bed space. At the end of the day, my friend died in CCU. Died July 29th on Saturday. Do you know what killed her? Negligence. Negligence killed my friend. Negligence killed her. So, doctor, I really can't remember, he was just a victim of negligence. And it's so sad. It is so sad that even to this blood thing, it is so sad. Despite the fact that I had people that are ready to donate blood, they kept on telling me they would not. They are actually giving me a phone number. A blood bank is giving me a phone number to call outside Lati General Hospital. And I'm ready to tell the board of that. I have report, I have evidence to back this up.
Thank you very much, Faith. I mean, this is just it just tells you corruption, system failure, the bureaucracy. It's just, we really need to fix our system. And everybody must be able to understand the objective of saving human health, education, that those are 2 critical sectors that we need government to play a huge role in.
Can I read something?
Yes, please. Go ahead, YK.
Mount Rushmore says, if you drag the contractor, they will drag the government officials who got 60% as kickbacks.
Yep.
Oluwa Tomisin says, once the barricade is placed there, no one will want to risk his or her life and enter it. They would rather go through the stairs just for their safety. Nigeria is to be blamed, Jare. Uche says, some people get jobs in Nigeria and are only interested in money, not the job. That's another, Because people we are
So
just
human
so...
They're looking for the contract,
Yeah.
not to execute the contract. So you lobby your way to get building maintenance so that you have retainership. You are collecting money. But you are not
doing the job.
focused
And
on visiting the place to check.
They say buy new lift. You went to buy used lift. And
I
nobody
don't even think that lift was new, because from the tweets I
It's
saw...
not new now, but they say it's new. It's old. It was old
Even
lift.
if
In
it was
2020,
new,
they were still complaining about the lift.
Yes,
So that
no.
wasn't it?
even if it was new and it stopped working for any reason, or it had an issue for any reason, you are meant to go and check it.
That's it.
It does not matter. So you cannot say, oh, we insist it's a new lift. Even if it's new, what did you do when there was a problem with it?
About the head, the importance of the head, because I remember I always talk about how I have a fantastic landlord. You know, I mean, how many people can boast of a fantastic landlord? I always talk about it that when I had my house, my landlord was such a fantastic head. He owned the property. Any plumbing issue, like once you have a problem with plumbing in a house, landlord will send his own team. Electricity, my landlord will send his team. The flooring, the what they call that, interlocking is spoiled, something. He will send.
That's a good
That's
head.
one landlord.
Yes, accountable.
That's one head.
And
How many landlords in Nigeria
Have that head.
have that? That's the same issue we're having, that it's the people, whoever the contractor is our ability to take responsibility. Because I boast of a good landlord that I had, but how many people can boast of that?
But hold on to it's process and it's system failure. How is the contractor even chosen? What is the contractor's track record? What has it done before? How do you know that this contractor has ability to fix a lift because it's your friend, it's your paddy? No, it's a system failure.
That's why
So people must be accountable.
The Somalian,
Yes.
they went to run and they chose somebody that was not.
Clearly not.
And she ran backwards.
And it
So
was
she didn't know
running.
that was the imagination.
Could have been backwards.
She's right.
So it's the results of
Have a corner.
connections and not accountability is the solution anyway. Honestly,
Let me
at
take
the
this
end
call
of
from
the day.
Shagun. Shagun, thanks for calling.
Hello, good morning,
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Doctor, I accept my heartfelt condolences.
Thank you very much, Shagun.
Doctor, can I give you 2 assignments? I'd like to give you 2 assignments. On this issue, please do a comprehensive report and give it the widest publicity. That's 1. 2, as the chairman of NMA in Lagos, please do another comprehensive report of the states of our hospitals in Lagos and give it the widest publicity. It will be said that you have done your best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Shagun. I'd like to add to that, because are there any anomalies? So right now, we're talking about elevator today. What else are you guys going through, especially now that we have the attention of Nigeria on this matter? So is it power issue? Is it water issue? Is it facility?
Yes.
Is it PPAs? What exactly are those things you need?
Everything, we're going to bring it out. And I can promise Nigerians, Shagun that spoke now, this is not business as usual. We're going to ask for everything. We're going to sit down with government and give them practical, logical way forward on how things are done properly and how people are going to be accountable. Because right now, it's like, as I said, we are very, very reactive. But this matter will make it very, very proactive. Because lives of doctors, lives of patients matters very, very, but especially life of doctors, because I sit on the doctors, and when I see what young doctors are going through and all they're trying to say the next few months, they're leaving the country, we're having jackpot happening, these are the reasons why they're going away. Because there's no safe environment. The working conditions are very, very unacceptable, unrealistic, globally.
All Nigeria.
Yes, all Nigeria, yes. But Lagos should be an emblem.
As an
Lagos
example.
Lagos should be a symbol
Funny
of
enough,
excellence.
this is what I was complaining about Lagos. Do you know that Lagos State is still the hospital system that they are yabbing? Compare it with any other state, it's still the best.
Let's not compare. Let's not compare it. The IGR of Lagos is very, very massive, so don't compare it. I don't like to compare things like that. Lagos State should have its own standard of healthcare, standard of vision, because what we generate in Lagos, they don't generate in other states. So let's not compare it. Let Lagos be effective and be symbol of excellence that they are called. People can be able to learn from them. That's what they should do.
Okay, calling from Magodo. Thanks for calling.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You're live.
All right, I'm calling from Magodo. On the issue of negligence, this Lagos State government, they have really failed. I lost my husband in 2015 based on this negligence at IFA for generosity. I was 29. I had 4 children. We went to the hospital in the morning. The doctor checked my husband.
He said he was okay. I insisted. Check his sugar level. He's complaining of being weak. She said there's no problem. That we should. I insisted. I want ECC. I want everything done. She asked me to go home. We got home. My husband died 20 minutes later.
Oh, my Lord.
In the presence of my children. My oldest child then was just 8. My youngest was just 2. I was 29. You know the system of Nigeria when it comes to widow and orphan? Having the Holy One to cater for my children. My children became orphans because of the failed governance. I'm not getting anything from the government. Did they even know that somebody died? Did they know that somebody needed help? Everything that happened, they would just shout. And after a few days, forgotten. A lot of people are crying. We are losing people. Good people. My husband, oh, God bless his soul, was a good man. My children had the best life when he was alive. I'm living in hardest state of penury now. Because I have to cater for 4 children in this state of Nigeria. 3 sons and a daughter. How anything I make is just for feeding. House rents, my children's school, nothing from anywhere. No provision for the widows, nothing for the orphans, nothing for the elderly. And someone in Abuja is saying 14-point-something million is too small as a monthly salary for them as a senator. For goodness sake, who are they representing? 100% their pockets. I'm so sorry for the family of this doctor because my daughter, she wanted to be a doctor. My sons too, they want to be doctors. I've been thinking, now with the way they are increasing everything, how do I provide? How do I make my children doctors? 2 years ago, my children had to stay home for good 2-3 years, no school, because I could not afford. I went to government school. The money they asked me, I stood there in Maryland for transfer. I could not afford.
I'm so sorry about
when the head is not working, the whole body is paralyzed. I'm using this opportunity to appeal to Lagos State government to let his government work.
All right. Thank you so much, Toke. I do sympathize with you, and my condolences. It's a really difficult situation to respond to, but
sorry, I'm very
so
sorry.
Sorry about your loss, and I don't know what to say. You know, you hear these stories, and they touch the hearts, and you know that the government is trying to make an effort, but still, the truth is that it's not enough.
As compared to...
I know, because if you know the governor would make an effort, but he has to work with people who aligns with his efforts, who are going to align with his vision, and work and ensure that his plans for the education, hospitals, people are dying every single day. So who is in charge? Therefore, I would appeal, therefore, to government to do a thorough investigation so that people like this girl's husband, who died needlessly, Toke's husband, who died needlessly, we don't have to die. And this happens. If we leave the phone lines for the next 5 minutes, the kind of calls we'll be getting, we won't be able to do the show anymore. These are people's... So when people are complaining, we have personal stories. I've gone to the general hospital. We all have personal stories.
So it's all of us.
We need government, as much as we understand that government is trying to work, but the truth is that you have to do more.
We took a story this week, it was on Tuesday, YK, where a community that is serving over 5,000 people, the hospital.
I saw it.
You took the story. Down. the hospital, all
Had
the doctors
no
were abandoned.
roof.
He said the rain has collapsed
Which
it.
state it is?
In Ogun State.
In Ogun State.
So they were appealing to the governor, appealing to the local government's chairman, Sef, is appealing that they should come and fix the hospital because all of the doctors are no longer there because the roof has collapsed. And this is the only healthcare center that is serving
5,000 people.
over 5,000 people and over 100 communities. So if you check online, stories about surgery that were taking place with torchlights, power goes out. I just put the story about surgery with torchlight, and I saw in the article like 3 people that lost their babies because there was no power when the babies were born. They needed oxygen. There are many things. Is it oxygen? Is it river?
Is it blood?
What
Is
that
it
called
oxygen? Is it
defibrillator? So hospitals that don't have it. How many hospitals have it? General.
Can I say something?
So let's.
Toke, I empathize with you, and I'm really sorry about the loss of your husband. I feel very, very pained, and that's a very emotional story because you see your husband died very before. And you gave some incline on your husband's symptoms, and he wasn't taking into cognizance. Is a challenge of the health system. So system failure. First things first, we must be sorry about failing. Second thing is that we must now look at why we are
Say that
failing.
too fast. Please, say it again.
We must be
It's
sorry
very
about
important.
failing as a government.
Yes.
We must be very sorry about failing. So one, it took NLC to go on protest yesterday to listen to common demand of government. And you now throw it in their face that you are giving senators, the House of Rep, that kind of salary. And you can't give them the meager salary they want the common man to take. So I think government should be sorry about failing its people. Number 2, we must be accountable to the people and say, we have failed you. These are the steps we want to take to make amends. And let people vet your process. And give regular updates on that process. I have done this, this, and this. This is where we are now. Let people feel that they are part of owning the process of change.
Yeah.
It's very, very critical. Because for me, if it took Dr. Diaso to die, if it took killing of Dr. Diaso to change this healthcare space in Lagos, we're going to call in on it. I can promise you that. Every Lagosian must feel that they are safe in Lagos. Let's stop comparing Lagos State. I don't do that. Because the income, 2, the excellence, 3, the position of Lagos State's economy in the scheme of things, you can't compare to any state in this country. So don't compare. Just let's compare ourselves with our goals, with our ideas, with our vision. We come in every year, we have a budget, we have a goal for the year. Let's compare our lives, our system, with the goals we have put in place for the healthcare.
I think another thing that we can do, you know our motto is center of excellence.
Yes.
Let's remove that excellence for now and put center of
Trying
when
to
we
be
become excellent, then we can now put it. Because we cannot just be calling ourselves excellent and we are not excellent.
Yes.
We have to stop. We have to start to change this system. If it is the roads, if it is the everything. Look, I'm telling you, and it's not a small job. And I pity anybody who is in that position right now because the system has failed. It has failed this poor young doctor. It has failed Toke's husband.
And her.
We are all part of that.
That's failure. All of us, yes.
We are all part of that failure.
You know,
and how are we going to move forward? That's the real.
So the moving forward, and you know, when you said that you should be sorry for failure, failure doesn't have to be when someone has died or when someone is killed. When you put someone that's in a position that's not meant to be there, the person is not qualified,
that's failure.
Because the person is your friend or somebody, that is failure.
Correct.
When someone does the wrong thing and you refuse to prosecute the person,
punish them,
and you're trying to look for ways to hide them because they're friends or you know them or they're paying some kickbacks, that's already failure. A human being does not need to lose their life for that. And so when Nigerians clamor for better, yes, all of us. So when Nigerians clamor for better leaders, clamor for better implementation of policies, this is what we're trying to prevent. That's all. There is a cost for every policy you put on ground. There's a cost for failure of implementation of policies.
Absolutely. So when we are saying that we're trying to earn back the trust of Nigerians, buy back, it's difficult. The more we keep pushing them away, the harder it is to buy their trust back. It's almost impossible.
They are that.
I have to ask Toke, I know you're probably watching. Toke, please call us back, because I know that the First Lady of Lagos State has a foundation to help, especially women in this kind of conditions. So we really try to link you up with their organization as soon as possible to see what they can do to support you, especially at this time. So please try to call back the studio so we can get your phone number and link out with you. And there are lots of tokens out there.
Lots.
You know, and so, there is a foundation that can support you.
They don't have a phone.
They don't have a phone.
So they can't even call you.
Yes. So please let us get your number so that we can actually be in contact with you. Let's take a few comments on social media, then we wrap up on the show, please. Any comments so far?
There are comments.
I have a caller. Eddie, thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning. I'm calling from the United States.
Thank you, Annie.
So, as regards this doctor that died, first of all, I like every point that...
Can't hear Annie. I can't hear you, Annie. Are you on speaker? Please.
I'm a physician myself. I'm a doctor. I used to work in Nigeria before I left.
Okay.
The truth is, the state of our hospitals has been bad. And I like that the doctor is not sugarcoating it. We always say that Lagos State is good, Lagos State is of the top, they are endless. The truth is, if we call it spade, it is not. Our present governor, when he was campaigning, went to this same hospital. My colleagues, they talked about it. I spoke to a few friends that have been stuck in that elevator. I'm thinking about it now. Could they have died? Many of my colleagues that came back to Nigeria after we schooled after we schooled abroad, we came back home. Few of them that died, in fact, they died in the hospital that they used to work. Something like no oxygen, something like there was no doctor to help. Now we will keep talking about these doctors leaving. Why would they not leave? They will leave. They will leave because their life matters. They will leave because they see how the system can fail them too. And that's why they are leaving. I think that one of the things I want the NMA doctors to also tell our CMD, our people in charge, hospital management, stop making it look good when governors come and teach you. That is when you will bring out the thing that's not worked for you forever. Stop making it.
Oh.
When governors come to visit you, you will now pretend and be making things look like you are good.
Dressing, window dressing.
Window dressing. Let the governor, let whoever is supervising see the reality of what is on ground.
There was a governor in the north that recently went to a hospital, and I can't remember, he just went in there, I can't remember what state, and he was there and in fact, he stood at the gates, seeing what time people were coming in. Then he went in and saw the dilapidated system. Then he started complaining. Hopefully he can do something about it at some point, but the news covered it at the time. So we need more of those spot checks by the government. Yes. We need one of those spot checks by members of the cabinet to go and see what is going on in these places. Let's take a few comments and we wrap up.
Rushmore, only through restructuring can quality leaders emerge. Shadi Alabi, if we were in other climes, an ambulance, paramedical people would have been waiting in front of the elevator to rescue. Alero, YK is 100% correct. If the top is not correct, other parts will not be incorrect.
Isaac says it's too late to cry when the head is off. Corruption everywhere. We need to start probing our governments and checkmate of what is not working up to expectation. They should be removed. She's dead now. And we realize how the government has failed us. We are all involved. Dr. Mark says accountability is the only way any system can work. The technicians, all the way to the CMD, must be probed to prove that they were not culpable in the gross negligence that led to the doctor's death. There could have been 10 doctors or 10 relatives in that lift.
Nigeria's problem has nothing to do with leader. It's 100% fellowship problem. Leaders were promoted to their position from the follower. This is, Aunt Nam says, this is just blatant incompetence. Hospital management should be sacked.
Yeah.
Honestly, our heart goes out.
So I have to wrap up, but you see, I always like to see things from the broader perspective, and I don't like to have that narrow view of, the easiest hanging fruit is government is at fault. Absolutely. Government is at fault. But as we are blaming government, we must not forget that we are also equally at fault in different ways. The contractor who brought in possibly an old elevator in 2021
and got paid
equally and got paid for it. The person, the official who did not properly check, probably gave the official a kickback. So the ones that probably did not inspect properly, and those also every single day who are supposed to be ensuring maintenance and not doing their job. There are various layers. So everybody, we must check ourselves.
Check their accounts. Those that got kickback.
Everybody.
They are all part of what happened
the rot,
to Dr. Diaso.
Correct.
So all of us.
That's why we call it a system
And that's why
failure.
we said it's a system failure.
Yes.
And that's why I use the example of my landlord. Because many of us cannot boast of effective landlords in this place. All of us are complaining that my landlord hasn't fixed it, hasn't fixed that, because many heads are not correct. A few of us that have good landlords fix their own property. And that's why even in my house then, I will fix my sink. I will fix because, hey, I know this man is fixing his property. So I fix it. If you go to that house right now, I'm still using it because I fix the floors. Because the landlord doesn't take the property with levity. So the same, all of us, let's take responsibility. No matter what job you are giving, take responsibility, and everybody behind you will follow.
And
that's all
they should do like what Kano governor and Sokoto governor did, which is to
spot checks.
Go and do spot checks within.
Really important.
See what is going on.
Once again, our heart goes out to Dr. Diaso's family. May her soul rest in peace.
Amen.
And the entire NMA, we honestly commiserate with your family, and we hope that with the NMA organization as a whole, and we hope that you get your justice is served at some point. We hope that government investigates thoroughly, and those who are responsible for this woman's death are brought to book. Also, Toke, we also sympathize with you and your family, and we hope that indeed this foundation is able to support you somehow. That's all we can take on today's show. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.